kind of how people are losing their mind on social media.
Yeah.
Right. It's
right.
funny. My friend was just talking about this, right? But the way that women, but men are like Christian content creators are addressing.
Man, I'm so glad. I completely forgot about that. I was on social media the other day, and I have a lot of Christian content on my page. I come across this young man who is in his bedroom, has these red LED lights going on in his room, has a gold cross necklace, shirtless, and he's really engaging with the camera about Jesus. And I was like, man, we are way too comfortable, because we as Christians are supposed to be, when we are preaching the gospel, we are representing Christ. Just like if the president of the United States is if he's delivering a message or sharing a statement, he is representing the U.S. If we saw the president of the United States, I could even say in his bedroom with LED lights, shirtless with whatever jewelry you want to have on, saying a speech to the citizens of the U.S., that would be wild, because that is a man of honor and respect, and he is representing something that is beyond him, and it should be treated as such. It shouldn't be treated as something casual. Well, you could argue the same thing, actually, when it comes to the message we preach as Christians, and even argue that the message we preach is more impactful and is more, we are representing something more than just the U.S. Greater, that's the word I'm looking for. We are representing Christ. And so if we are even more casual when we are representing Christ to the world than the president might be with the United States, I think that should be a check as to how we are influencing people. We shouldn't be, like, as teachers, I mean, scripture talks about how as teachers we will be held more responsible. And if you lead anybody astray, just go back to that scripture about temptation. If you are causing someone to stumble and you are the tempter, woe to you. To Christians online who are wanting to influence people because Jesus changed their life, if you are starting off and wanting to change people's lives, and maybe you're dressing a certain way or you're approaching it with a certain casuality, that's fine at the start as long as we're changing and growing. I think the issue is that modesty is no longer a conversation that people who have been teaching and really know Christ and have a good relationship with him have completely wiped modesty from their mind. So they are speaking about very intellectual and deep and heart matters that are changing people, and yet they're still wearing clothing that is exposing too much, or they're shirtless on social media. And it goes back to what I said about how you're not just in the comfort of your own home anymore. Now you're sharing it for really anybody to view. It could be millions of people, it could be one. But if the one person who is seeing it is already struggling with lust, and now you are causing a stumbling block to them, that is now a responsibility that you carry. That is something that you are having to take responsibility with on Judgment Day, right?
Yeah.
And so I think this is the kind of conversations we need to start having more and more, so that people can understand that what they are doing and how they are presenting themselves does matter.
Yes.
Yeah, and so just on a closing note, I would say for everybody who is currently even wrestling with this in their own walk, I obviously don't have all the answers to your journey with Christ, right? But I pray that this actually plants a seed to where you are even willing to start asking these questions and even praying on it. Absolutely. I think this is something that we need to be talking about. And if you don't feel comfortable even talking about it with other people yet, bringing it up to God and asking God for clarity, for direction of how you yourself can start implementing this into your life. That's what I started to do, and I finally got clarity in all the years when I didn't have any. So that is something that I definitely want to just leave with everybody, to pray on it, and really seek God, because he wants to bring you to it. He wants to bring you to that clarity.